Yo, man, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna walk away from my lease purchase truck? This is your boy Hamlet, and we're here doing another live video. And I wanted to talk about today, while you guys are watching down the road, is walking away from my lease purchase truck. All right, so just give me a second to share this out real quick. Let's see who we got coming in here today, and let's see if we can give a couple shout outs. Group and bam, post, and then we got one more thing to do. Share group network, boom. Got one more to do. All right, so we got my number one fan watching, of course. We got my wife, Tina Dubois. She's watching. And I'm here in Watertown, New York, my home, where I live at. And this is where I got out from the army. And I was coming here to get my paperwork, like the IFTA and all that stuff. So I wound up getting my hut. So I'm gonna be talking about that in the next video, about the process of getting your registration and all that good stuff. So let's see what we got. We got New Beginning. What's up, man? What's up? How you doing, New Beginning? How you doing? Did you take a look at that company? My dad is watching. He's sick. He's watching your dad. SoCal Trucker. How you doing, SoCal? And Young Vet the Trucker. Please tell me this is clickbait. This is not clickbait. All right. This is something I'm really considering doing right now, folks. Am I gonna walk away from my lease truck? And it's just coming down to the numbers, honestly. I'm losing out. My nephew is taking his truck back today to Swift, the only way he can get out of the hole. Exactly. And it's just numbers out here, I been in this lease purchase truck. It's going to be about a year. And if new people are coming in, go ahead and mash the like button and mash the subscribe button and watch some more videos. But it's just nothing but numbers, right? Pretty much, I've been with this truck for about a year, almost a year, not even a year yet, and I put an APU on it. I've done a couple things to it, and right now, since the situation of the truck being down, and I'm losing out, $1,500 a week. It's crazy. I'm trying to grasp the situation. I'm trying to understand, like, what is the best deal. You know what I mean? Because the payments weren't all that bad when the truck was running, right? But now that the truck is not running, it's in the shop, and it's gonna be in the shop for, like, it's unforeseeable. Like, I called yesterday to the shop, no, the day before yesterday, on Wednesday, and I said, like, what's the status? This thing has been sitting in your lot for 2 weeks, and you guys don't even got an estimate on it, right? Like, estimate is not even done yet, folks, right? We still got to get the estimate, get completed. Another week to be done on, what do you call it? For the adjuster to come out to approve of it. And then the work actually got to get done. So I might not see this truck till March or April, on the real. And I gotta tell myself, is it worth it to keep that truck? We got SoCal here says, when you have a paid off truck, it's hard to make lease payments. Yeah, it really is. It really is. Especially when you got, like, an issue like I'm having, that the truck is wrecked and there's nothing you can do about it. And he says it will take 6 weeks. Yeah, it probably will take 6 weeks once the work has been approved of, And it really sucks that I'm considering doing this, but it's just a matter of numbers. It's a numbers game, Am I out here taking home, say if I take home $3,000 a week or $4,000 a week, then I'm losing $1,500 just on that. So I'm taking home, by the time you put taxes into it, I'm making money as a company driver, and am I okay with that for the next 6 to 8 weeks? Am I all right with that? And honestly, I'm not too happy about that. So I mean, if we do some basic numbers, if we say it takes 6 to 8 weeks, let's just say 8 weeks, I'm losing about 1,500 a week. That's 3,000, 6,000 a month. So I'm losing 12,000 right now. If I see this through, and if it does take 6 to 8 weeks and it doesn't take longer. So I could use that money to buy another truck. You see what I'm saying? Or maybe not buy a completely paid off truck. I could buy something that's almost paid off. Like that would be a good half deposit on a truck, or maybe 40%, 30%. And the money that I'm about to shell out just to have that truck. And so you got to think about that. You have to really consider about that. It's not even, I could get very sentimental about the truck and like, nah, I gotta keep it. And you might be in that situation where you might be really in love with the truck, but at the end of the day, folks, it's just a numbers game. If the numbers are working against you, you don't need to be all up in your feelings thinking that you want to keep this truck because, oh, it's my first truck and all this other stuff, And that's how it was. Like when I first started, I was like, I'm gonna see this lease through the end, and it sucks. I want to say, me walking away from the truck is gonna be bad on my part, like with the company that I'm leased onto. Like they might feel some kind of way, and luckily this is one of the good parts of doing a lease purchase. And if you're considering either doing a lease or a lease purchase, this is one of I think the good parts of doing a lease purchase. That you can walk away from this and it doesn't affect your credit, and you can still be in business, And so it's an option. I like it, That's like one of the best parts of this lease purchase, And I don't know, man. I don't know. It's really crazy. So far, the truck that I bought for 16,500, it's been running good for a week. Jinx, no nothing, but it's been running good for a week. And if we continue on, this truck is good. You know what I mean? Like I'm seeing more return out of my investment, putting the money into an older truck that's paid off or nearly paid off, than having that lease purchase truck. Lease purchase truck was all good and dandy when the money was coming in. It was all good. But the minute that money stops coming in, it gets real. It gets real quick. Let's see what we got here. We said Julian Joseph. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Rocking the Beamer or the Chrysler 200. Rick, how did he get in the hole? Too much home time or what? New beginning. No, I'm in the hole right now because the truck got jackknifed. The truck got jackknifed and it's sitting in the shop, So that's how I got in the hole. And then the service manager, he calls me yesterday. He says, "Hey, I'm really sorry. I appreciate your patience and all that, and I see that you waited here for 2 weeks, and I'm very sorry. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna get another auto body company to give you an estimate because these guys are giving me the runaround." And I'm like, all right, thank you for being professional and thank you for telling me that, because I literally was going to tell you, like, come Monday, if something doesn't happen right now, I'm going to pull my truck out the shop, and I'm going to pull my truck out your shop and it's going somewhere else that's going to service my truck faster, because that's the thing with these repairs, that's like guaranteed money for a shop. So they're not going to really get to your shit right away because they could rather deal with all these other 6 trucks that are coming in, walking in, and appointments, and they got that money coming in, but they know they're going to get your money off of here because it's a claim or whatnot. So that, and that is kind of frustrating with this whole thing, is because there's really nothing I could do about it, but except, you know, call them and harass them every day. But that could bite you in the ass. Walking away from this lease purchase is will be taking a loss, because obviously, you know, you lose one truck, you lost all those money that you put into those payments, $850 a week, all those monies you put into the payment. I could be losing out the APU that I installed on the truck, and just in general, if anything you have done to the truck, you know what I'm saying, like, just in general, the money that you've been spending every week, you know, you're losing that, and now you don't have a truck in the next 4 years that was going to be paid off. It's just a number game. It truly is. And so I thinking like, yo, I'm gonna come to the carrier and I'm gonna tell them, yo, take the truck, keep the deposit, keep everything, keep the APU. I just want out of this lease, like, completely, because it's drowning me, and I can't do what I need to do because of this lease. You know, that's why I'm thinking about, you know, coming up to them. And you know, you have to think that you have to think about all these little things. You know, you got to tell yourself, hey, I'm not going to be in this lease for more than a year. I'm just going to use it to build up my money, to my reserves or whatever, or use it to get myself the truck that I really want. Or you have to make these calls before you're put in the predicament, you know, like the predicament I'm in. And what there was something I want to say, and right now I can't even go home. Like, I mean, I am at the house, but I came just passing through just to pick up something in the mail. Right now I really can't even go on home time while this truck is in the shop, because forget about it. Then I'll just be in the hole completely, you know. So that's another thing that's like gonna dictate how you feel, you know, because this new lease truck is gonna put handcuffs to you on. It's putting handcuffs to you on the steering wheel. Like, legitimately it is, because you're gonna feel that you can't even go home because you don't want to be in the hole. And if you have family that you go home to every 3 weeks, you mean like, hey, listen, wifey or husband, listen, this is real. I can't go home until this truck is out of the shop and I'm making something out of it, you know. And yeah, you gotta be able to be sure that you have that kind of support system, because what if you don't? Then you're gonna be having some real problems. You're gonna have money problems, and you're gonna have relationship problems out here on the road, and that shit sucks. Truly does. Let's see what we got here. Yes, home time, 200 week child support, slow time losses, mentorship. Not a lot of home time though. Okay, so I'm at this point where I just, like, I want to get away from this truck as fast as possible, and I don't care all the money I invested into it. I just want to take this truck away from me. Like, just take it, take the APU, take the truck. I'm even like take the escrow money that I had put into each truck, which is about $4,000. Take that shit too. You know, from a carrier's perspective, when somebody walks away from a lease, I would like to think that it's good for them, because they're picking up on a truck that's been already paid for, and they're just picking up the payments. And so, in sort of sense, it's a win for the carrier and a loss for the driver, you know. But in a way, in this situation, it's not too good, because, hey, here's a fucking truck that's in the shop, you know, for the next 6 weeks. You pay for it, you know. So in that aspect, I don't think it's a good thing for the carrier. So I don't know how they're gonna feel about it when I come up to them and say, I want out this lease truck and it's in the shop. You know, they're gonna be like, yo, my man, you're doing me dirty. I'm like, listen, I'm doing this out of desperation. I'm not doing it because I'm doing it against you or any of that shit, you know. It's just because I can't do it. I legitimately can't do it. Um, and so you're gonna have your ups and downs out here. You're gonna have your ups and downs, and it just sucks that it's coming to that situation where you got to cut your losses, and you can't be all in your feelings sentimental about a piece of metal. Truly, like, hey, I don't want to give that up. This is my first truck. No, there's gonna be plenty more of trucks where this came from. So um I'm gonna hit him up. I think I've done a lot of thinking on the road, and I'm gonna hit him up and say, yo, something's gotta happen. We gotta do something about this, because I can't keep on anymore. That's for sure. And then at the end of the day, you want to go home. You don't want to have to completely be out here for. Let it be a choice, not that it's not a choice. It's more of a requirement. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna be going in the hole. So I'll wrap up that discussion. I'm trying to get better at shorter live feeds, and make it short and sweet. So don't forget, hit the like button, and hit the subscribe button and all that. So we're gonna see what last comments rolling in, and see what he says. Nathan Nichols, always own your own on your own good decision. We got new beginning. If you don't mind me asking, how did he lose his mentor certificate? I guess he must be asking somebody else that, because I have no idea what he's talking about. So Cal, you will save on payment and insurance. Yep. Yep. I'm gonna save if I walk away from this lease purchase, I'm easily gonna be saving $12,000. I'll be losing money that I put in, but I think I think this is a much better financial situation. So anyhow, till next time, um, I'll probably be coming live again and talking about the registration thing, and talking about what the company decided to do. After I tell them, hey, this is what I'm planning on doing. So next time, it gets real out here, folks, and at the end of the day, it's just business. Check y'all later.